A single act of kindness throws out roots in all directions, and the roots spring up and make new trees. Amelia Earhart. My guest on this episode of Passing the Torch is active duty military and currently serves as a development advisor in the Maryland area for the United States Air Force. She is also someone I not only served with in the Air Force, but also deployed with for 6 months. The reason I had this person on my show is throughout my 23-year military career, she is hands down the nicest and sweetest person I ever met. During our time together, I was the senior ranking person, but she definitely had the bigger and more lasting impact on my life. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome mom of Mason and Mecca, and also the mom to cats, Mr. Whiskers and Coco. Passing the torch with Vanity Cross-Williams starts now. First and foremost, welcome to the show, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
How was
I'm
that?
happy to be here.
Go ahead.
It was a great intro. I'm just happy to be here. Well, and I was like, he wants me on a podcast?
Of course.
I'm like, okay, so yep, just happy to be here.
No, and I'm having some more of my friends on my podcast too, because it's what I want to do. One of the reasons why I started my podcast is just to help give people near and dear to my heart a platform. I just had episode 100, my milestone episode. My wife was actually my guest. So it's just a good opportunity. And you're one of those people I think about often, I think fondly of. And I say all that because I owe you an apology. I know last year at AFSA in Houston, we had the opportunity to chat, and I was able to apologize in person, but I also wanted to do it again in a podcast. Something that's just been with me for the past 11, almost 12 years now is that I failed you as a leader, a person, and a friend. And I could have and should have done more for you when we were deployed together, and I didn't. But yeah, I just, Vanity, I know we talked last year, but it's still important to me. And you're such a sweet person and so forgiving. But man, I still carry that guilt. And I just wanted to publicly apologize on the podcast as well.
I think you did amazing our deployment. And I think of you often too. And it's not from the deployment. It's from when my friend was going through something and I called you and you was there for her.
You talking about, I won't say her name, but Miss Ohio. We'll call her Miss Ohio because I think she's from Columbus, right?
And that's what I think about. And that's more important than anything, like being there for somebody for real. Not because you got a stripe or a position, but like being there human when they really need you. That's what I remember.
I appreciate that. Man, I forgot about that. Yeah. What a small world, how we're all connected. That, that's so crazy. Thank you for saying that. And I thank you for the hug last year at Apps in Houston. That was a good hug.
I have your card front row on my desk.
Stop.
And I have one-on-one appointments, and somebody was like, "What's MF?" And I think like, like that's Martin Foster.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Or it could mean something else, right? It's the yep, we all know. Next time you see Mike Sarge, you remind him. Or next time you see Leavage, remind him who the MF is. So
oh my God. I'm helping out with Leavage's retirement now. I was working on this program yesterday.
Oh, nice.
And I see Mike Sarge every month. He comes teach in my class at least once a month.
Oh,
and we do a group pitch.
Yeah. No, Sarge and I are we're tight, and but Leavage is my guy. Like we've been good friends for a long time, and obviously he was on that same deployment. We used to, I don't know what it was, but we just loved making fun of you. And
oh my God,
yeah, I remember we used to call you Sweet Pea, and yeah, but God, that was such a fun time. And we'll get into some deployment stories, but I did want to ask you, like in general, when you have, because you've just grown and blossomed so much, not even over the past 11 years, it seems like just in the past like couple years, I see all the stuff you're doing online, but in general, when you have people who are leaders that let you down, how do you still continue to move forward and keep your positive attitude?
Ooh, I'm serious about me.
Yeah.
I'm serious about me. And if I let something get me down for too long, it's just going to hurt me. So when they let me down, I'll sit in it for a little while, but not too long.
Yeah.
Because I got to be better for me if I could be better for these babies, because I'm all they got.
Yeah.
That's that.
That's just, it's just a reminder that I think one of the things I think people say often about you is that, you know, people admire you because there's positive and then there's you. Like, you stand out as being like the most positive, but it's not fake. There's some people it's positive and it's almost like it's like a cult. You can tell it's so fake and not genuine. But you, it is genuine. It's uplifting and unbreakable. You just have a unique spirit about you. Where does that come from?
Where does it come from? I'm not sure. I feel like when I was little, I used to be way happier. Like the like I see myself in Mecca so much. She is just, I don't know where she got it from. I guess from me, but she's just always happy. And for me, I don't know. I, it does something to me to pour into others, even if it's like a little bit of cheerleading, like to just give positive affirmations to other people, because you never know what they are gonna be in life. I don't want to,
Yeah.
like you never know, like what you can say to somebody that's positive that is gonna affect them years down the road. So I try to stay positive. If I have to give negative feedback, I give it, but then I let people know, like, hey, this is coming from a place to where I want to see you better.
So great. I can remember on deployment, myself, John Hill, and Woody, we were mad, like legit mad at you about something. And we were all like, man, we're going to yell at, like, whatever, right? We are just, and then you came in with Cheesecake Factory for all three of us. And like, I remember we all jumped up and just gave you like this hug, and you were untouchable after that. Like, we were your servants. We were your foot soldiers. And you were our queen. I'll never forget that when you walked in with that cheesecake and it was just I was like, what the perfect timing. But you always knew just what to do. I think you always you have a good you have a good feel for people.
Do I like people? That deployment was a good time. What I remember the most, it was like Groundhog's Day. I would come in and I would turn on like MTV and the same videos would play like
Yeah.
over. But that was like my shift, was the music. Wrecking Ball was out. They played the video every day. Lord had a song out, and it just, yeah. But people, so my major was psychology, and I feel like back then I wanted to counsel people, and even in my military career, like I was full-time active duty, additional duty first sergeant, that's people. Development advisor is like people, and now I'm peopled out. I'm gonna go do like digital marketing or something, which still involves people, but
Yeah.
not more so like hearing about their day to day.
So speaking of day to day, why is life great right now?
Life is great right now because I'm alive. My babies are alive. I got a job. I get a paycheck every first and 15th. Like,
Yeah.
that's important. And I'm here. I'm on a podcast with you.
I know.
That's pretty great.
That is pretty great. Like, so there's a book, it's actually in my other room, but I've wanted you, it's a list of 150 names. And I wrote this list a couple years ago. I started it years ago, but I've added to quite a bit over the past 3 years. But it's people I've wanted to have on my podcast, and it's there's celebrities, there's athletes, right? Some of which I've actually had on my podcast, but it's also friends and mentors and family members that have had big impacts on a giant impact on me during my life. Yeah, so your name's been on that list. It's just I just been kind of waiting for the right time, and now recently I'm starting to chip away at that list. A lot of and whenever I write, all the names are written in pencil in this book, and yeah, when I'm done, right, whenever I have the interview with the person, the podcast, I always put a check mark next to their name. So it's going to be very gratifying to finally have this conversation with you. Fristo is going to be another person I reach out to, Kevin Fristo, but and of Leavage, of course, yeah,
No,
and of
that
course,
is.
yeah, and of course, Caleb Leavage will be on it at some point, but that'll have to be in person. Anyway, but yeah,
I'm
you're someone I look up
proud of
to.
you.
The what?
I'm so proud of you because I know that this is your dream and you really doing it.
I'm trying. I mean, I'm really trying, so I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you for that. Speaking of doing it, please discuss the SheLeads P3 Summit.
SheLeads. Um, so I get a DM from Todd Simmons asking me to help out. And I was just like, yeah. I didn't ask what it was about. So for the past few months, we've been planning SheLeads, and it happened on Friday, and it was beautiful. I got to work with Deanna Mosley and a small group of other people, and we brought 100 women together. It was sponsored by CSU.
Yeah.
And tons of guest speakers, breakout sessions, delicious food, gifts. And it was pretty much just a day of empowerment, a day of pouring into female leaders from around the DMV area. And it felt really good.
Were you on? You spoke. What did you speak about?
I did a table topic. So my topic was pretty much knowing your capacity. So if you have like pretty much don't give nobody 100%. Give them like 80 and save 20 for you. So it was more so like a save room topic. Like if you drink coffee, you need to save room for some cream. Unless you drink black coffee.
Damn, I've never thought about that, Vanity. That is an excellent thought. I've never considered that.
Yeah, save some room for you. It can look like you giving 100%, but you know in here what you giving. Don't give it all. That's how you be heartbroken.
Vanity, that's so. I wish I would have known that earlier in my career, because there's been so many times where I gave everything to people, did everything, and I don't regret it, but it definitely exhausted me. Or even though I gave everything I had to some people, it still wasn't enough, or they still weren't happy, or they still, and it's like, damn it, I gave you everything. Not only did it cost my energy, it cost me these things over here, or that, for my own personal, right? So damn, that's really good. I saw something you posted. I saved it. You posted something a while ago, and I remember I bookmarked it because I was like, I'm going to use that in a podcast with her one day. And yeah, it was a great thought. But what happens if the answer is yes?
What happens if the answer is yes? I think I remember posting that. You live your dreams, right? I can think about I don't know what made me write, but it was a series of things we wouldn't normally do. I'll say me, let me not say we. Things we wouldn't ask, and I was just asking them. So I think I asked SimSif to be a guest speaker for the CCAF graduation here. He said yes. I asked SimSaf to be a guest speaker at the summit here. He said yes. He was going through a hardship. Let's see. Just things that you wouldn't normally ask. Like, who was first? Was it SimSif? The first email I sent that was like out of the way was to see Saf Brown. I wanted him to come out this year. I went, found his exec, sent this exec an email, and the exec was like, he don't work like that. Just send him an email. I was like, what? Like, you want me to just send him email? So I did. And he said he would have loved to come, but his schedule was busy. Like, I think I printed out that email. I have to save, but like after that, yeah, I'm asking. Like, I'm not looking for your exec. You're gonna just more likely just get an email.
But that's, I mean, again, how powerful did that make you feel, or good, the fact that you got an actual response?
Yes. Yes, I did. I think it made me feel empowered to go after the my dreams. Like, to not scared to contact somebody, or like, it definitely was an empowerment thing for me.
Who's
It took some of the fear away.
Was that the first time in your career, or maybe even your adult life, where you just felt empowered? Or
It's been these last few years I've been on the run. I don't know what made the switch, but I've been like on go, go, go mode. And I think it started, I went through like a hardship in my life with my family, and it was like this not about I'm going. Like, if these are my last few years in the military, I want to make sure I experience everything, help out as many people as I can. I started going to Air Force balls.
yeah,
Like, not until I made tech. Like, I'm like, I want to look back and have good memories. And every day you wake up, that sheet, that's where you make the memories at. So that's why.
did you ever watch the movie Slumdog Millionaire?
Yes.
Yes, a lot of people haven't seen it. I'm surprised at how many people haven't seen it, by the way. But you know, like, his life is flashing before him when he's answering questions. That's how it was for me when I was giving my retirement speech. There was just these random memories throughout my career, and it was these small moments, right? Whether at an Air Force ball, or an ALS graduation, or a random potluck, or some event with just people that, and it put a smile on my face.
That's awesome.
So you have been on a generational run. It's again, just want to clap for you and just praise you, and it's well deserved, because you had 100% earned it and worked hard and stayed true to yourself. But if you were able to go back in time with everything that you know now, and talk to that deployment version, 2013, 2014, what 3-word message would you give yourself?
You are enough.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Then now, like this, I'm a work in progress. So I have to give myself positive affirmation still. Um, you are enough.
Yeah, that's great. Um, this is totally random. I remember you were wearing like there was like a casino night or something, and you were wearing some outfit, and you walked by me, Woody, and Hill, and we're like, no, you're not going anywhere like that, and you were like, yes, I am. And we all felt like your protective older brothers, and you're like, no, we can't, man. Guys gonna be talking to you, and you're like, I don't care. Like, it was so funny. And uh,
2 Army best friends out there, and we were heavy in the USO.
yeah,
Heavy USO. I had all these hours. I was trying to get my volunteer medal. I didn't get it, but I ended up getting it here.
yeah,
And I used those USO hours. I'm like, they're going in here.
I was,
But yeah, we all dressed the same. It was awesome.
one of the things I remember just talking with you, in a random conversation we were deployed together, was about your upbringing, but I was hoping to revisit that conversation. Um, yeah, just do you mind just kind of talking about your upbringing?
Upbringing. I was raised in Compton, California, single mom. I am the baby of 3. I have a sister and a brother. My sister is 8 or 9 years older than me. My brother is 10 years older than me. So even though it was 3, like, life is life. So I pretty much was raised like a only child. It was hard, but the community of Compton, it's nothing like it, like in a good way.
Yeah,
Like, we played outside, we double dutched. I was the weird kid. I didn't get cool for a long time. And even my coolness, like, that came from my best friend. Like, she is the cool one.
yeah.
So I was cool because of her. I was cool because of the people I was around. Mom, just life in life. So I ended up moving away from Compton when I was 15 twice. So I went to New York to live with my sister. And that was different. It was structure, and my sister had the master's degree and working at a library. So it was different. So I went from coast to coast. And then, let's see, graduated high school, went to Medgar's Ever College for about a year while full time working at Target, waitressing, etc. And then I just joined the Air Force.
And you talked about Compton, because a lot of people do have a certain image of Compton, and you did mention it briefly, but I'd like to go a little bit more. What do you wish more people understood about growing up there?
I think people from Compton are go-getters. It is hard there, but whatever they doing, they gonna work hard at it, either in a negative or a positive way. If you gonna be the best criminal out there. You know what I'm saying? Like they have like crazy work ethic, and it's small too. Like for it to have such a big reputation, it's really a small place.
Yeah, and
Compton is small.
I mean, it's I feel like everyone's heard of it, but it sounds like there was a big sense of community, and for you growing up in Compton, what
hmm
similarities do you see in the positive aspects of the community? Has there been positive community things you see in the Air Force that remind you of the positive community you grew up with?
I don't. To me, nothing compares like to Compton.
Yeah.
I have seen positive things in the military, yes, especially being overseas. Like in Korea, it was really close knit. I've met some of the amazing people in the military. Some amazing. I'll just say it at that. I'll just say, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Just the amazing people. We are here for each other. Some things in Compton, we are and was family. If I took a flight back next week, it would be like I never left.
Mm.
Like that's how it feels. Growing up in Compton, we fight, and guess what? After we fight, that's my sister. Like it's not, it's no, we're not breaking up. Like that's my family.
Yeah.
So I could say that's probably similarities in the military too. You might give me an LOC, I'm not gonna go key your car. Like, like it's like I know it came from a place of love. Like, so like I would say similarities to like that. So we are family in the Air Force too.
Yeah. And I want to tie that into just other things you've accomplished in your adult life. So growing up where you grew up, you went on to serve in the military. You are by trade an intelligence analyst, and you later earned your degree in psychology, which is fantastic. Three experiences that really demand a lot of mental resilience and adaptability. How did you, looking back, how did your early environment shape the way you approach the structured, high stakes world of military intelligence, and later your understanding of human behavior through psychology?
Mm, I think that then and now I never considered myself to be that smart. Like I told my recruiter that I wanted to be a radio disc jockey, and he was like, "Cool, you're a signals analyst." So I think that my upbringing, I don't really. I'm gonna try my best. Like I'm gonna just keep trying to be here. Um, Trying to pass the exam or etc. Even if it takes me longer than others. I think that I'm a trier.
Yeah,
I
no.
think I'm like a trier. Yeah. Um, I don't know where it came from. My sister, and my brother, to me, are really smart. I don't know. I might be smart, but I never felt really smart, but I could see it in them.
You are smart, but
Yeah.
I think to me one of your best traits again is just your positive attitude, or just um your toughness, um your strength. I think those are the things that you have. If there was like a bar graph with all your traits and attributes, there'd be a lot of things in the green, like to the pretty high up on a scale of 1 to 10. But I think again, just that your toughness and your strength are the things that, and your positive attitude would be the ones that would be the highest ones, in my opinion. Has studying psychology helped you make sense of your own journey and experiences?
Yes. I went into psychology for so many different reasons. I wanted to know, all right, let's start here. My mom is diagnosed schizophrenic. Somewhere in me, keep in mind I have a sister and a brother, but more so with my sister, I don't have any kids when I go to be a psychology major. My main concern was like, am I gonna be schizophrenic too? Because is it genetic? Like this is where the mine is. So I wanted to help understand my mom more. I wanted to help understand me more. It's been I love the psychology classes. It was the math that I didn't like. But everything like it was a great journey to get through that degree.
Yeah.
Because the mind is a lot.
What is the thing, like, as you studied psychology and you're starting to, that's interesting you said, about the and thanks for sharing this stuff about the schizophrenia. But that's I didn't know that part of it, that's why you started studying that degree. But what was the most surprising thing you learned just in general about psychology when you were going down this path?
I think the most surprising thing about psychology that I learned, it was towards the end, about people that even the ones that do really bad things, most of the time it don't start out that way. They might go into a situation like thinking that they're doing it for the better good of something, and then it just turns out to be awful.
Mm.
Um, so I think that's what I took away from psychology is that people don't usually go into situations maliciously.
I go to school for communications, basically journalism, essentially, which makes sense for everyone that knows me, right? Um, but I'm always when I'm thinking about podcast guests or reaching out to potential guests, I'm always drawn to people who study human behavior or psychology, just because there's so many intricacies that are just and rabbit holes that are just very fascinating. But
I like to watch people
yeah.
and see how they move. Uh-huh.
How so? Like, what do you mean watch people? Like, you go to a park
Like
or?
just no, not like at a park, like in a meeting, like seeing people's facial reactions, like just watching in that way, seeing how people are gonna react to different situations, especially when they think that nobody's watching.
Mm.
I like that aspect of it. Or nobody of importance. You know what I'm saying? Is like in the room watching.
Oh, that's good. Have you
Mm.
has obviously not going to say any names, but have you been let down by someone that was in a leadership position based on that, right? You saw them in a meeting, you were watching their expressions when they thought no one was watching. Did it change your perspective on certain people?
Mm-mm. No, it made me look at them as more human because we are.
Yeah.
Uh, to not show facial expressions to something that you agree or disagree with is a talent, But when it does break through, it makes the person more human and authentic.
Yeah. I remember with when we were all wearing masks, just being in meetings, and it was unique to watch people's eye movements. It became more prominent, right? More pronounced. And I feel like I can learn a lot about people just based on their true expressions by hiding their face, but looking at their eyes. Yeah. I want to transition to some lighter topics, some very fun, miscellaneous. There's no rhyme or reason, just some fun questions. This one's coming from Caleb Leavage. So, what's your favorite crumble cookie?
Okay, I think I've only had crumble cookies twice. My favorite cookie overall is oatmeal. I don't know if they have oatmeal, but
Okay.
I don't know the name of the crumble cookies. I just know that they are so good. It's like the Cold Stone of cookies. Like I get to
Ooh,
go in there and you gonna put some cream and some.
that's good.
Yeah, but yeah. hmm
All right, I want to do a name game. I'm going to say a name to say a few positive words that come to mind when you hear the name. All right, Mike Perry.
Awesome.
What's awesome about him?
He's just so smart. And when I reached out to him twice to be a guest speaker. I reached out to him. He was probably a month or so about to retire. And I reached out to him to be a guest speaker for the senior NCO induction. And he was like, yeah, I'll be on convalescent leave. And I was like, no, like, no, never mind. Like, please don't. Then I reached out to him to be the guest speaker for the CCAF graduation this year at Fort Meade. And when I reached out, I thought he was local. I thought he lived in the DMV area. He does not. So he flew here from Florida to give this speech at the CCAF graduation the day before Father's Day for free, then went home. And I don't have another word. That's awesome.
Thanks for sharing that because there's
Did not know me. Like, this is not like my past supervisor. Flight chief, like, did not, like, he only knew me from asking that first time. And that, yeah,
what
I
happens
think
if
that
the
speaks.
answer is yes, or the power of asking, right?
Yes.
And I bet a lot of people probably don't know that story. That just shows how selfless he is and wants to help other people. And even though he took the uniform off, he's still an airman and wants to serve people.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. I have a few more names for you. The next one is Woody.
Woody. Smart.
Yeah.
And funny. I think I called him Sergeant Woody one day. And he was like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Sergeant Radarsky. Like, I couldn't mix the two. And I'm like, okay. Smart, so smart.
Yeah. You guys always had a fun dynamic. It was always fun. All right, another name for you, Leavage.
Leavage. Cool. Calm and collected. That's what I think about with Leavage. He's just cool. Too cool for school.
Yeah. Suntan Superman.
Yeah.
All right, a few more names for you. I'm not gonna use his real last name because everyone knows he goes by Sarge. Mike Sarge.
One word. Let's see. I gotta get this word right. I don't know if impactful was the right word. Inspiring.
Yeah, that's good.
You gotta keep in mind. I went through like what I was gonna wear today. His shirt was like I was gonna wear my Create shirt. He's just an inspiring human who's already doing great things, but he gonna soar higher.
You look great, by the way. I
Thank you.
yeah, I forgot to tell you that earlier. I'm freezing it. I'm recording my laundry room because this is the only place I can record. And but I was like, I gotta wear a jacket because I'm freezing. All right. Last two names: Stringfield.
Which one?
James.
You said, what was our question? A word?
Yeah, or a couple words. Yeah, positive. Yeah, I don't want to say a name. You're like, I hate this mf'er or something like that. No,
That
I'm joking.
is my brother.
Yeah.
I got my word. Let's see. In our crew, it was 3 of us. So I was the emotional one. Logic. He's logic.
Ooh.
He is logic.
I'm a big fan of that guy. I'm a big fan of his.
I love him. That's what I will I will never forget him. We still talk. He's the logic. I was the emotional one. And then our friend Tio in the middle, she was a good mix of both.
Yeah.
But I call him to bounce things off of him to see if I'm crazy, if I'm being too emotional about something. Like, he is going to tell me the truth whether I like it or not. And it's not a lot of people who will do that. And he is one of those people.
He's a good man. We were in the same unit together when I was in the 73rd. But yeah, nothing but I think very highly of him. So he's a good dude.
Same.
Last and certainly not least, definitely the most fabulous, Paris.
Paris. Fabulous. Fabulous. That's my sister. That is my sister. And I love her so much.
Yeah, she's a fighter too. She's
strong, fabulous, and just free, living her best life.
Yeah, that's good. Free. That's a great word to describe her. Free. Yeah. All right, just last couple questions. When you think of a movie image that depicts leadership, and it doesn't have to be a military movie, who or what comes to mind?
That's a hard question. A movie that depicts leadership.
Or a movie image, like, there's just a certain scene.
The first movie that's just coming to my mind or person is like the Billie Holiday biopic.
Oh,
you could pick either one.
Nice.
With Diana Ross or the one with Day. Like, they're both good. Like, so that's what I think about. She had a struggle, like the struggling upbringing, famous. I can go on, but yep.
That's good. I feel like that's a deep cut.
Yeah.
That's good. Last couple questions. If there was a giant billboard with your picture on it for the world to see, where would you want your billboard to be? And what would you want your billboard to say?
Because I'm Intel, I've seen you ask this question.
The what?
And I do my research, so I seen you ask this question. And my billboard would not have words. It would only be a picture, and it would be like a table with a glass of water filled up with somebody pouring out the picture of the water just overflowing. It would not have words.
I can tell you that is definitely the most unique response. I've done over 100 episodes of this podcast. That is certainly the most unique response I've ever had. And I ask this question on every single episode, or at least probably like 90%. Pretty much every episode since its inception. I've never heard that one before.
Because a picture is worth 1,000 words, and it could be left up to interpretation on what it means to have a glass of water overflowing. And it would be in Compton. But I feel like anywhere it was, people would talk about it.
That is an incredible response. Man, God, I was going to ask a few more questions, but I kind of want to end on that. So, because that's so good. Hey, what's a question? I started a tradition within my podcast to where I want to pass the torch between each guest. And this is something fairly new. I started this with my wife's episode, which I just released last week. But what's a question or a quote I can leave for the a future podcast guest?
What are you doing to bring the next you forward? That would be my question.
Vanity, bravo, ma'am.
Thank you.
This is so good. This is I feel like you're playing psychology tricks with me right now.
Oh my God.
No. She was like, "Tell me more, Martin." God, that's so good, Vanity. I love that response. Man, that's perfect.
Thank you.
Was there anything we didn't discuss today that you wish we could have discussed, or is there anything you want to put out that you want people, if they want to find you, they want to contact you? What do you want people to know, or where can people contact you?
For military people, please get involved with AFSA. They out here fighting for our rights, for our benefits. If you want to find me, look up AFSA. That's how you can find me.
Okay. What can I do for you? How can I best serve you?
I just keep being you, and thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
And I said yes, and I have camera fright, so this was a lot for me. But you made me comfortable, and I'm happy to be here.
Well, you made my day. You are an excellent podcast guest, and I hope more people. I'm gonna tell Mike he needs to have you on Create Force if you haven't done that one already. I'm not sure if you've done that one, but I'll.
No, this is my first podcast ever, and probably my last.
No. People love you, and I think people want to hear from you. So, Vanity, thank you again. This is an honor. I'm so ecstatic just to finally have you on my podcast. It means so much. You mean so much to me, and it means even more that you gave me your time, because I know you're super busy. But for you to come on, passing the torch, from the bottom of my heart, just thank you.
Thank you so much, Foster.